Everyone is talking about him. Tiger Woods returning to the Honda Classic. Take a look at the sun is just starting to rise here at the Honda Classic, and spectators are starting to arrive for the first tee off at 7:15. Todd Watson is being held right here at the Broward County Jail after being accused of harassing and threatening over 10 different judges. Are you thinking about getting a pet? We are here with Dr. Ian Kupke, and he has some special tips on how to welcome a pet into your home. We are here right now at the Jackson Memorial Hospital, where a 27-year-old woman was taken after being attacked. You can also sign a message for our troops right here on the honor wall, or make one of these care packages. On Sunday, after the tournament wraps up, they will both be shipped overseas. There really is a somber feel in the air as people try and make sense of the Stoneman Douglas tragedy. But today, a 10th grader from the school says he is finding comfort in the words of Tiger Woods. Because some of the judges are scared for their lives, a Miami judge will take this case moving forward. Here in Fort Lauderdale, Taylor Smith, NBC6 News. As different as Langer and Daly are, they are two of the most beloved players at the Boca Raton Championship, and both respect each other greatly. Caitlin Wartzberger is on track for the third season in a row to score over 100 goals, putting her on track to score over 600 in her career. One of the reasons the Hawks are so close is because growing up in this community, they started playing together at just 4 years old. As exciting as this event is, there really is a somber feel in the air as people try and make sense of the Stoneman Douglas tragedy. But today, a 10th grader from the school says he is finding comfort in the words of Tiger Woods. Exactly 1 week ago today, Kevin Shanahan's life completely changed.
I wear the shirt as a tribute to, the 17 lives that have been taken.
The 10th grader at Stoneman Douglas has volunteered at the Honda Classic for several years now. Today, Tiger's caddy got wind that Kevin was a student there. Moments later, the golf great called him over during a warm-up. And what may have been a minor exchange in Tiger's mind meant the world to Kevin.
It was a majority of me thanking him because I thought like, oh my God, I'm getting signed by Tiger Woods. But, it really felt like he talked from the heart. It didn't feel scripted. It felt like it really came from him being sincere and saying, I'm really sorry that you're going through this. And it made me feel awesome.
Last year's Classic winner, Ricky Fowler, also stopped for a photo.
Pretty much all the players here are like with Stoneman, and it really makes me happy to be a student and to be acknowledged here.
As Kevin finds comfort at the Classic, he applauds his fellow classmates who are calling for a change at the Capitol.
A lot of my friends are protesting in Washington, D.C. right now, and I see them on TV, and it's like we've changed from these, high schoolers living out daily lives to, revolutionaries, starting this whole entire movement.
Kevin hopes that this movement will be the one to make a change so that no other students or teachers have to go through this again. Reporting from PGA Nationals, Taylor Smith, CBS 12 Sports.
Now, the South Florida Honda Sports Report.
Imagine getting lessons from two of the best golfers there have ever been. Oxbridge Academy's golf team got 1 hour of greatness from Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player. The two gave their wise tips at a fundraising event held at the Bears Club. All proceeds raised benefit the Oxbridge golf team. Jack's grandson GT is a freshman on the team and has been getting a lot of spotlight lately. He was caddying for his grandfather at the Masters Par 3 tournament and made a hole-in-one.
The whole time throughout all the interviews, he was crying and super emotional. I was trying not to cry, trying to stay, but I was super happy, and it was very good, bonding moment between us.
While some of these young golf players just had a lesson of a lifetime, GT has been getting that treatment since he was born. The Heat have been pushed to the brink, lose tonight in Game 5 to the Sixers, and their season is over. But that might not be the only thing coming to an end tonight, as Dwayne Wade could be playing his final game in the NBA. Let's start in the second quarter. Here's Wade now assisting Goran Dragic for a layup. That tied the game. Third quarter, Goran Dragic gets a little handsy on the court. He tries to pass the ball, the Sixers steal it, and he hits Ben Simmons on the back of the head. Dragic gets called for a technical foul, and the Sixers are just going to come out more motivated. They were all over the court, passing back and forth. J.J. Redick receives the ball right here and makes the three. Sixers up 16. Joel Embiid also making his shots, and the Heat's season is over as they lose 104-91. After the game, when Dwayne Wade was asked if his career was over, he said, "Stay tuned." Very few Division III football players think they will make it into the NFL one day. Last season, there were only 7 former Division III players who made it on the NFL rosters. But this year, Brandon Shedd hopes to be one of those few. Shedd had a distant dream coming out of the Benjamin School to ever play with the big boys. It was not something he was focused on. That is until the 6'3" receiver became the 2-time first-team All-American, racking up 168 catches and 32 touchdowns in his 4-year college career. This is what put him on the radar.
Kind of lost sight of the goal because I thought that, I lost my opportunity and I thought I missed out. But, we had a guy named Ali Marpet who was starting center for Tampa Bay in the second round. So, it definitely sparked me and wanted me to continue to pursue my dream.
He is now back in South Florida preparing for the draft, hoping that one of the 10 teams that are interested in him will call, including his dream team, the Miami Dolphins. Now, don't let these skirts fool you. South Florida may not be known for lacrosse, but American Heritage High School produces some of the best players in the country, and one of them is breaking nationwide records.
When I get in the field, I don't think about anything else really. I mean, it sounds cheesy like that, all players say that, but it's kind of like part of my nature and just life to do it.
Caitlin Wartzberger is on track for the 3rd season in a row to score over 100 goals, putting her on track to score over 600 in her career.
To me, those numbers are a reflection of my team getting the ball down to me, or just moving the ball, the assists, the girls doing great back cuts, just everything, because really those numbers don't happen unless the team gets the ball and we do our job.
Her father doubles as her assistant coach. He was also a lacrosse star when he went to the University of Maryland. He says humility is a part of Caitlin's everyday attitude.
Some people might be satisfied, she's not satisfied, and I think sometimes that's when you do lose your humility, when you think you're there.
In 7th grade, Wartzberger was already the captain of her varsity lacrosse team. Her coach, John McClain, knew she had the it factor.
She was 6 or 7 years old, and I was like, who is this kid? Already, this kid is amazing.
Now the superstar is a sophomore and looking forward to going to Syracuse University in the fall of 2020. She verbally committed back in her 8th grade year.
I know it's there, but I also am kind of loving this moment of high school lacrosse and stuff. And I know in a couple of years I'll probably miss being in my little bubble at American Heritage, but I'm excited to start a new adventure there.
Her coach says that she wakes up at 5:30 every morning before school starts to practice her wall ball. Her motivation for the season is to make it to the championships with her team. And that's sports. For more, check out CBS12.com.